Hey guys, welcome back to Shogun 2, Fall of the Samurai, Darthmod, Nagaoka. There's a lot of different titles. Welcome back to part 6, I believe, of our Nagaoka campaign. Makino Tadayuki, our daimyo, is now marching north and around in our territory here to attack the Numata, because the Numata, once again, we have a threat of attack from the Numata. I suppose they have been waiting to attack for many moons now, several weeks, and it looks like we're about to head into winter, so I'm probably going to arrive on our border, throw a few more units from Echigo in that army of Makino Tadayuki's, Makino Tadayuki, rather, and then he's going to besiege and take Castletown Takasaki in the province of Kotsuke, because we've got a bit of an awkward situation here. The majority of the clans around us actually fucking love us because they're all pro-Shogun. The only clan that isn't pro-Shogun is the Takayama clan in south of Echu, and we are allied with them, and they just fucking love us. And Numata, of course, is the other pro-Emperor province around us. All the red ones, of course, I think are pro-Emperor, and they're across the entire fucking world. That is, they are on the literal opposite side of Japan, and we're going to have a hell of a time conquering them. So that is an awkward position for us, because we actually have to hold 26 provinces of our own before we win the campaign. So we're going to have to expand, but I don't want to sail all the way across the island to do that. So I think we'll take Numata, we'll try to convert to Takayama, and whether that takes or not, I suppose that's probably the next target. And then we can, of course, possibly push into Musashi or the Sagami, because they are, they don't appear to be too friendly towards us. But every pro-emperor is across the island, except for the Takayama, which I pointed out earlier. The Okayama are across the island. The Numata are our border ally, actually. Well, not our ally, but we're a trade partner with them, and we are about to invade them, actually. As far away from an ally as we can get. So, yeah, I don't really know what I'm going to do. Looks like the majority of the island is really, it's pro-Shogun at this point. And I guess we just have to wait for them to flip before we, flip allegiance, that is, before we assault. Now, at the end of last episode, off camera, I actually recruited this Shinsengumi, and it is Kōmei Masakata, and he is going to head into the Takayama lands and see if he can do a bit of converting. I can't quite recall what the Shinsengumi can do. He can attempt to incite a revolt on that town, which is unfortunate. That's not really what we want to do, but here we go. Oh shit, the Shinsengumi isn't powerful enough to convert the Takayama, so I suppose we'll have to upgrade the police station in Echu pretty soon here. It looks like we're going to be building, I think it's a secret society? No, that's for Independent Republic. Let's go back. I think it's actually the police office. That is pro-Shogun. There we go. Yeah, we're going to have to upgrade to a police office until we can spread our pro-Shogunate shit to other provinces, unfortunately. So he's kind of useless right now. We can get him to increase public order through repression in Echu. We may as well subdue dissidents. Oh my god, he's going to take his little club out, or his sword, or whatever the hell it is he has, and he's going to subdue the dissidents. Oh, he has both, actually. He has a little baton as well as a sword. So that's Kōmei Masakata. Our armies in North Shinano are actually replenishing quite steadily, and I suppose we'll just leave them there until the Numata make a move, I suppose. We can't really build anything in North Shinano right now, nor can we build anything in Echigo or Echu. I think really we just have to hoard our wealth at the moment. We did recruit a few units outside of Echigo. We now have 2 battalions of rifle infantry, 2 battalions of line infantry, I would say, and we have a few units of spear levy to support. We may as well get a full battalion of spear levy as well. I think, have we built something in? No, you know what it is? I'm thinking of these arms deals. We are about ready to finish, we're just, drying the ink on the contracts that we were signing with the French and the Americans, as well as the British. And any minute now, we will have revolver, cavalry, and sharpshooters. Well, of course, we do have to build the barracks before we do that, but still. We are a couple points away from reaching clan development level 2 as well, which will open up a whole host of technologies that we can research. For example, imported guns, which will allow us to finally recruit and build Armstrong guns, which is a really strong artillery piece. We can do tea ceremony, which is great for geisha actions. Surveillance, which is good for Shinsengumi. We can also do, let's see, cordial relations is really good for trading ports and diplomatic relations. Merchant houses, good for tax rates. And then, of course, we've got some naval technologies here. Abolition of land restriction is quite good as well, because it allows you to build very large farms. Zaibatsu Fields, I think, is one of the larger, if not the largest farms. I can't quite recall. Oh shit, Foreign Affairs is really powerful as well. It lets you build specialized trading districts and railway stations, which will allow you to recruit military units such as Royal Marines, Ironclads. I think you can actually trade with the that nation if you build the certain trading districts, so you will gain several thousand units of koku per turn just from trade with like the French or the Americans or whatever. Pretty great. But you know what? Let's just end the turn here and enter the first winter. Ooh. Once again, we have a threat of attack from the Numata. No! Say it ain't so! We finished our technology, which is arms deals, of course. And once again, we are trying to research Shi, which is the only technology left in the tree, other than shipyard research, which we can't actually research right now because we have to research Shi beforehand, which will reduce our modernization, which is not great. It will also increase our unit replenishment, so that's something. I think we'll have to increase our modernization by building new buildings such as the barracks or like markets or whatever. We may as well build the barracks right away. Will allow us to recruit sharpshooters who are incredibly powerful. They have a ridiculous range and insane accuracy. That's the only way I can logically think to put it. But there we go. We've got more spear levy for Makino Teriyuki. He's going to march a few turns south. By the time he reaches the borders of Numata, it will be halfway through winter, which, if you don't know, actually causes attrition in Fall of the Samurai. So we're going to try to avoid that. Oh shit, the Fuki have arisen in Echizen. Are they pro-Shogun? The Fukui? No, they're Fukui? They're pro-Emperor, so we can probably annihilate them pretty easily. They're only one of the few pro-Emperor people around us, actually. We haven't yet discovered these provinces in the middle here. And that's probably because I keep forgetting about our little fleet, which I should probably think about upgrading and expanding when the time comes. There we go. We just encountered 4 frickin' clans there. The Kuwana, Okazaki, Nagyo, Gucho Hachiman. There we go. That's all the clans we've discovered, and they're mostly pro-Emperor, actually. Guji Yachiman, they're pro-Emperor, we could take them out. Nagoya's pro-Shogun. It doesn't really matter, as they're, as usual, on the other side of the fucking world from us. So that's not great. Okay, you know what? Let's see. Can we recruit some interesting naval units? Oh my god, Kaiomaru. I forgot how massive these ships get. It's pretty ridiculous. Kaiomaru class. Wonderful. Oh my goodness, the entire northern part of Japan has now been colored in for some reason. The Morioka... Oh shit, we're at war with the Morioka. I had forgotten. Fuck. Okay, we built an inn in North Shinano, and we can actually expand that within a turn or two. What would we like to build, though? We want to build probably this market, I would say. which will give us a bunch of instant wealth, but also wealth per turn, which is wonderful. We are actually getting reaping, I would say, quite a lot of tax from North Shinano now. Echigo and Echu are nowhere near as rich as North Shinano is at this exact point in time. We're actually receiving no town growth as our taxes are still quite high, which is unfortunate. But if I crank taxes down, I lose only 300 koku per turn. But that will increase our town growth quite a bit. Holy crap. Echigo is increasing like 5 points per turn. What buildings are we getting that from, though? I can't quite tell. I would say it was from the port and the telegraph office. Yeah, okay. How about Echu? Is Echu increasing? Yeah, it's increasing quite a bit as well, because it also has a telegraph office. I would think that Echu and Echigo would be better for commerce due to, you know, we're building ports and trading ports and whatnot. You know what? I might actually switch out this port for a military port once I build a trading port in Echu. That would be okay. Just because I want to focus Echigo into a sort of recruitment center, as I usually do with my capitals, Rome, etc. Really good idea. But yeah, we're a few turns away from attacking the Numata, and there's not much we can do until then. I don't really know if we need to expand our fleet for quite a while, though. Hard to say. Once again, we have a threat of attack. Oh no, oh no. Okay, the Kokura have been wiped off the face of the planet, and our Shinsengumi Kōmei Masakata has immediately gained an eye for the ladies once he marched into Echu, which is not surprising, I suppose. Echu is well known around certain regions of Japan that it's got very, very beautiful women, so I can't blame him, which reduces his campaign movement range. Not ideal. Also, the Tetsuno have arisen, and I'm kind of wondering, are they pro-Shogun or nah? No, they're pro-Emperor. All these new clans are arising that are pro-Emperor around. Where's the capital here? Is it in... No, you know what? I know where it is. It's in Yamashiro, I think. Yamashiro is one of the provinces. Let's take a look. We have to take Yamashiro and Musashi. So there's Yamashiro. I think Musashi is actually just south of us. Or is that... No, Musashi. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so... Looks like, I think Yamashiro is actually the seat of imperial power, and then Musashi is, of course, not... No, it's the seat of the Shogun, I think. I can't recall. Or is Yamashiro the seat of the Shogun? I don't know, you guys. I'm a little confused right now. I think I'm mixed up. But either way, there's a lot of pro-Emperor clans around Yamashiro, as is evidenced by the diplomacy screen. There you go. Okay. Now, I think I neglected to mention, actually, the Sunpu on our southern borders in Kai Province and Suruga are actually at war with... looks like the Kofu. The Kofu have rebelled, and that's what's... I thought this was another clan, but no, it's the Kofu trying to regain their independence. And it looks like the Sunpu are just socking it to them, potentially. Speaking of socking it to them, looks like Makino Tadayuki is going to continue marching towards the Kosuke province, and he can probably receive a few more units in the time being. I don't know how many units of saber cavalry we want in this army, but I think 2 is fine for now. I think this army is more than enough to take the town, but it's hard to say. I really don't know what kind of forces we're dealing with in Numata, so I may send Iha to scout the situation just to see what's going on. There we go. Do we have a bit of an... No, not yet. As for Kōmei in Echu, he has nullified the need for levy infantry in the province, so we can probably remove them or just straight up disband them, but I think I will hold on to them for now, just to make sure the Takayama, our allies to the south, that of course they're pro-Emperor, we're just going to make sure that they are going to stay true to their word for now. I don't know how long that's going to go on for, but probably until after we take out the Numata, and then we can begin to look at taking out the Takayama if need be. But you know what, let's just end the turn here. Huh, quite surprisingly, the Sunpu have declared war on me. They quickly took over the Kofu, who were of course my enemies, and now they themselves are declaring war on me. So we're going to call our allies to help and see who responds. Look at that, all of our allies have responded to the call for war, but none of theirs have. Which is going to be interesting. Like I said, I think last video, we're going to be conquering all of Japan through defensive wars, as it's going now. We are no longer trading with the Sunpu as you would expect when a war is declared. But there we go. This is yet another war that we have not started, but we're going to be forced to finish. We're going to march against the Sunpu quite quickly here. We could redirect Makino Tadayuki to take out the Sunpu, but it's going to be a few turns yet. And we may as well do. We'll focus our shift our focus from the Numata to the Sunpu, put them down, and then of course we can march against the Numata, who will most likely attempt to take us out in the meantime. Oh shit, Makino has had a new son, or Tadayuki I should say, has had a new son, Fuyumichi. Let's see. How's our family doing? That's diplomacy, my mistake. Our family und council. We've got Tadakuni, who is our son, who is 21 years old, and we have a new son who's 0 years old. He's actually not been born yet. He's merely the apple in Tadayuki's eye. Fuck. Oh shit. Makino Chiyo. Chiyo is our wife, and she looks like she is not having the time of her life. It's gotta be said. She looks like she is... I don't know, maybe that's just the way they did portraits back then, but she looks like she is fucking abysmal. Unfortunately for her, but there we go. We've got Fuyumichi, and it's kind of weird. Why would you wait 20 years between having children? That's slightly odd, but maybe that's just my Western way of looking at it. I don't know. There we go. We also have witnessed the destruction of the Toyuka clan. I have no idea where they are. Maybe they have yet to be discovered by my lone gunship circling the entirety of Japan. Oh shit, we've been blocked by the Sunpu, who actually have a fleet in the south and could quite possibly sink our fleet. We may have a naval battle pretty soon here. What is this, a gunboat? Yeah, it's a gunboat. If this is anything bigger than a gunboat, we're just going to just be like, yeah, you got this. We're not even going to fight. You can take that ship. I don't really care. Look at that. We can actually upgrade the magistrate / police station in Echu. There we go. That will increase the spread of pro-shogun influence quite nicely. I'm kind of wondering, are the Kanazawa going to declare war? They've got a big army. I'm pretty sure that every single clan around us has a massive army. At least one big fat stack just sitting in their town ready to take us out, like at the drop of a hat. So that's a little disconcerting, but right now we're just going to focus on the new Mata. Can we distract it? Can we enchant this guy to join us? No, we can't enchant. There is 4 generals in this army. No, sorry, there's 3 generals and 1 agent. We've got Toki Fumio, who is the daimyo of the Numata clan. Kirabatake Chikatsune, who is the son and heir, once again does not have the same name as his father. And then Nagano Mitsuhisa. Very odd indeed. But we have not got a better idea of what's in the army. We can tell, though, that only maybe half the army is missile units, because the Yarikachi is going to be next to the cavalry, and then all the, I think the line infantry, the rifle infantry comes later in the display here. So we can tell that at least half the stack is, or at most, I should say, at most half the stack is rifles. So that's not too bad. How many units do they have? Nearly a full stack. We also have nearly a full stack. We've got 15 units, or just 5 units short of a full stack, so it's not going to be too bad. But you know what, we may as well end the turn again here, see what the Numata do, see what the Sunpu do, and then, of course, always go from there. Unfortunately, Makino is going to have to march through some very wintrous, mountainous terrain in front of them, quite unfortunately. So, unfortunately, the Sunpu have a bigger ship than I do. They got a bigger swinging deck, and I'm going to be forced to retreat here, and I am hoping that they're not going to sail out and destroy us, but more than likely they're going to, and then we're being surrounded in a bay here. Yep, we've been pushed into the harbor of the Mikawa town, and now we're going to be destroyed and sent down to the depths, and I'm just going to auto-resolve. There we go, yeah, our ship is sunk. We're going to have to build some new ones in Echigo. Maybe some bigger ones, I think, might be a better idea, but I mean, that wasn't too bad. We scouted the large majority of Japan with a fucking tiny ship, so it could have gone worse. That's what I'm saying. There we go, the Numata once again, threat of attack. Fleet destroyed, Yumura Morihisa, I think that was our captain, maybe. The Kokura have arisen, once again, from the flames, from the fire and the flames. Let's see, what are they? Kokura, I think they were pro-shogunate, no, pro-emperor. Quite odd. All these clans that are arising from the dust and the ashes of their former selves, they're all pro-emperor, very odd. Okay, once again, we've had another son? I am a little confused, though, as each turn is like oh, I see. See, I thought it was Tadayuki's son, and I was going to say each turn is about 2 weeks. So you're telling me that, what's her name, Chiyo has had 2 sons in 2 weeks? Maybe, like, she had maybe she was pregnant with twins and she had the one at like 11:59 on the 13th and then at like 12:05 on the 14th or something, I don't know. But no, it was Tadakuni, our son, who has had a son, so our grandson is going to be the same age as our second son. Very odd. Makino Nagaturo is his name. Nagaturo and Fuyumichi, they're going to be growing up together as if they were brothers and best friends, but of course they're going to be like cousins? No, one's going to be the uncle of the other. That took me a second. One's going to be the uncle, and the other's going to be the nephew. How fucking odd. The fucking Makino clan making it weird for everyone. More so than anyone else, though, is Kawai. He is just fucking drinking it up, and I gotta tell you, he was more than thrilled when Iha was in North Shinano. He was just getting smashed every night, being lewd and crude, and, well, that's... I don't mean to spread rumors, but that's why she left. It's because Kawai is just too much of a drunkard. And also she had business with the Numata. Okay, Edo. Yeah, no, Musashi province is most definitely the seat of the Shogun. I believe Edo in particular is the seat of the Shogun. So that's cleared that up. Lovely. Makino, Tadayuki, quite a few more turns until we reach the borders of Kai province, and then, well, the province has gone dark because, well, they are now our enemies. So in the time being, I think we'll have to recruit a few more ships to replace our fallen brethren. I think the Kasuga class is quite good. I usually use the Kasuga class. It's the ship that really looks like a battleship. The rest of them just kind of look like wooden sailing vessels with guns and steam ships just kind of crammed in there, but the Kasuga class kind of looks like, see, if you look at the cross section here, it has the profile of a battleship, like I said, whilst the rest just kind of look like regular old sailing vessels. Very odd. But you know what, we may as well build, let's see, I'm thinking Kanran Maru or Chiton. The Chiton is slightly larger. Kenko Maru is far too small. Maybe we'll build a Kanran Maru escorted by 2 Kenko Maru. That will be quite a navy. That will cost us a grand total of 360 koku per turn. I think we can swing that. That's like 3 units of line infantry. Not a big deal. But I think, you know what, we have time for one more turn here in this episode. And we may as well get to it. Holy fucking shit, this is quickly becoming the new adoption dialogue from my Mordor campaign. Every single fucking term, it's like, oh, the threat of attack! The Numata have been plotting for literally years and years to attack you. You should really be aware of it. Anyway, that's quite alright. Mission issued, Hearts and Minds. As we expand our domain, we must ensure that our people fully support the shogunate. By converting enemy provinces to our cause prior to conquest, we make it easier to maintain control later. We must spread our influence to the majority of the Kai province. Which I think is actually quite easily very pro-shogun already. I can't quite recall, but I think the Kofu were pro-shogun, and I think the Sunpu are pro-shogun as well, so that shouldn't be too hard. We just have to get Kōmei all over it. He's currently heading... Oh no, sorry, the Sunpu are pro-emperor. I can't believe I didn't notice that beforehand. Maybe they just converted. Hard to say. Would we not get a dialogue if the Sunpu converted? I don't know. I can't remember if they were pro-shogun or not, but holy shit, they are currently marching on North Shinano, and it looks like Makino Tadayuki is going to be too late. A little too late to help out there. So we're going to recruit as many units as we can in North Shinano. Actually, can we grab our armies from Echu? No, they are far too far away. I think, what is this guy's name? Toki Akira is a couple, like 2 or 3 turns away from North Shinano. 2 at most, I would say. And our units are not going to arrive in time. Maybe we can attack him in the rear. No, we're not going to arrive in time. We're 3 turns away from North Shinano, so it's not going to work. We could always cut them off if they get beaten back from North Shinano, though, so that's something. But we've built a barracks in Echigo, which means that we can recruit some sharpshooters, but not this turn because we are actually quite broke. We are also too broke to recruit and build those Kenko Maru, I think it was. Yeah, unfortunately. Oh shit, the Tsu province. We've just met them. Where the hell are they located? Are they in Musashi? No, Edo is, of course, Musashi. Where is the Tsu? Oh, they're pro-emperor, and they are in the heart of Japan. I think they currently occupy Yamashiro, actually, if I can get a better look. No, they're very nearly occupying Yamashiro, but they actually do not. I don't know who's occupying Yamashiro, and I may never know. I'm just kidding. We'll find out sometime soon. You know what? I think we could probably... no, we may as well end it here. Looks like North Shinano is under threat of attack yet again, but luckily this time, Makino is just a few turns away. Makino Tadayuki, that is. This naming system is still screwing me up, I have to be honest. But anyway, guys, just another small little announcement that I want to make. YouTube has just recently, on the back end for creators, released what they call cards, which, I mean, has been available to some people for some time, I think, in like a beta kind of capacity. But cards are basically calls to action, similar to annotations, but different. So what you're going to be seeing at the ends of the majority of my videos now is a call to action to visit my Patreon page. And for those of you that don't know, Patreon is an alternative / secondary way for content creators, primarily on YouTube, I think, to make some cash. YouTube is driven by ad revenue, as I'm sure you're all aware. And I just want to point out that I put very minimal amounts of ads on my videos, so that's something, I mean, I don't mean to brag, but it's just a moral thing for me, I suppose. So I don't make nearly as much as some people, I would say. But, yeah, Patreon allows you as a content creator to be crowdsourced. So if you have no idea of what I'm talking about, maybe you can click on these links that are now going to be on my videos via these new cards. And maybe, just maybe, you will consider supporting me, shooting me like 50 cents a month, $1 a month. Because the ultimate goal, I think, is to do this as a full-time job. That would be quite nice. Right now I do it as a hobby, a side thing. But ultimately I would like to do this as a full-time job, as a lot of people do. But I never really thought it would be attainable, but this channel has grown quite a lot more than I thought it would, so it's becoming more and more within my grasp. But Patreon would be a great way to do that. So maybe, just maybe, like I said, take a look at that link, and then maybe, just maybe, consider supporting me via donations on I think it's a month-to-month basis. I have it set up as that right now. Other creators could do it on like a project basis, like they do. Say if I was to do a big history bomb, you guys would pay me a certain amount, and once that amount has been reached, then I would release that video or something. I don't really know how the project-to-project basis thing works, but nevertheless, everyone, do not be alarmed by those call to actions. You can just ignore those. I don't really mind. The thing is, if I would rather everyone be able to watch my videos for free, but I mean, if you have 50 cents to spare a month, that would be great. I would really deeply appreciate that. And also, you know what, leave a comment. Comments and feedback I appreciate more than anything, probably. It's really that go-between which makes pushing out content on YouTube a unique experience, in that I can create a video Monday, you can leave a comment Tuesday, and by Friday I could have incorporated what you said in that comment in my video. That's an amazing amount of feedback, and not just feedback, but interaction. Interaction is the word. Viewer interaction is wonderful. So maybe leave a comment, leave a like, check out my Patreon. It's all wonderful. I try not to push this stuff too much on you guys, but I feel that it's a symbiotic relationship. You guys can enjoy my content for free with as minimal effort as possible, and that's just fine. But, you know, if you really want to see this channel succeed, then I ask that you leave a comment, leave a like, maybe check out the Patreon. That would all be great. Just fucking fantastic. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. I love you guys. I'll see you guys next video. Suddenly you gasp for air. When you look down, Onif is holding a knife buried... What? Suddenly you gasp for air. When you look down, Onif is holding a knife buried deep in your ribs.